Jeet Kune. We're on page 108.
Wow.
So we're like halfway through.
Wow.
Remember that punches are not supposed to be thrown with a wind-up motion. They are made with a well-directed forearm and loose shoulder muscles. The momentum helps carry the arm back to the proper position. Frequently, a boxer tries to put too much body behind the punch, thereby making it a push punch. The hook is a loose, arm-propelled punch. The kick comes from the looseness of the delivery and the proper pivoting of the feet and body. The weight of the body is shifted with the hook to the side opposite the side you hook from. If you lead a hook, you must step in with the punch to make your reach good. Use a loose, easy, snappy punch, never a wide and looping blow. In loose hooking, the whip of the arm is caused by turning the body away from the arm until the range of movement in the shoulder joint is completely used. Then the arm must turn with the body. Executed quickly, this causes the arm to whip forward as if released from a bow. Make the blow snappy. Always think of speed and more speed. Aim to drive through the opponent. Your lead heel is raised outwards, swiveling on the ball of your lead foot so that your blow will have a better reach and will go through better and faster. Drop a little to the opposite side to get more weight and to safeguard yourself. Above all, minimize all motions so that you will be moving just enough to have the maximum effect without hooking wildly. The more you open an outside hook, the more it degenerates into a swing. You must keep it tight. Also, when you open a hook, you open your own defense. The great difficulty is in learning to swing sharply without twisting the body out of shape. The more sharply the elbow is bent, the tighter and more explosive the hook. Experiment with the arm slightly rigid prior to landing. There are no wrists in boxing. Experiment with that statement. The forearm and the fist should be used as one solid piece, like a club with a knot on the end of it. The fist should be kept on a straight line with the forearm, and there should be no bending of the wrist in any direction. Be careful not to hit with your thumb. At the finish of the punch, thumbs up. There is no twist of the fist for proper protection of the hand. The forearm is rigid from the elbow to the knuckles and does not bend at the wrist. Remember always that your knuckles are pointing in the exact direction of your whirling weight. Always keep the rear hand high as a shield for the other side of your face. The rear elbow protects the ribs. Make both points a habit. Be ready to follow up with another solid punch with either hand. When blocking a hook, the tendency is to pull away or out of the blow. This is absolutely the wrong thing to do. Move in, not out, so that the hook ends harmlessly around your neck. The hook is mastered chiefly on the small speed bag. Try to explode sharply without twisting your body out of shape. Be sure your fists feel comfortable. The rear hook is valuable for infighting, especially when coming away on the break or when the opponent is backing away. Sometimes you can take your opponent's attention off the lead hook by showing him your rear punch. Study a rear hook to the kidney of a crouching position, an opponent who turns constantly in a right stance to the left, leaving his right kidney an open target. The fist is looped in a half circle into the kidney. Shovel hooks are thrown inside with the elbows in, pressing tightly against the hips. Your body blows and pressing tightly against the lower ribs for head blows. They are thrown from your on-guard position and they are short-range dandies. Make certain you have no tension in the elbow, shoulder, or legs until the whirl is started. Your hip comes up in a vigorous shoveling hunch and your hand is at a 45-degree angle. The punch is angled to shoot inside an opponent's defense. Execution, right stance. Pull your right elbow in and press it firmly against the front edge of your hip bone. Turn your half-opened right hand up slightly so that your palm is partially facing the ceiling. Your palm should slant at an angle about 45 degrees with the floor and ceiling. Meanwhile, keep your left guard in normal position. Now, without moving your feet, suddenly whirl your body to your left in such fashion that your right hip comes up with a circling, shoveling hunch that sends your exploding right fist solidly into the target with about solar plexus high. The slanting angle of your right hand permits you to land solidly with your striking knuckles. Make certain you have no tension in your elbow, shoulder, or legs until the whirl is started from your normal position. More important, make certain that your hand is at the 45-degree angle and your hip comes up in a vigorous shoveling hunch. Fist angle and the hip hunch are important features of all shovel hooks, whether to the body or head. The leg spring used in the hip hunch speeds up the body whirl and, at the same time, deflects the direction of the whirl slightly upward in the surge. Meanwhile, the combination of the angled fist and the bent elbow points your striking knuckles in the same direction as that of the whirling surge. You have a pure punch. Your fist lands with a solid smash that packs plenty of follow-through, and your pure punch is angled to shoot inside an opponent's defenses. Shovels to the head are delivered from the on-guard position. Better practice it on the speed back. Fold your right arm in toward your body, keeping your forearm straight up until your thumb knuckle is only a slight distance from your right shoulder. Be sure that your right elbow is well in and that it is pressing against your lower right ribs. Now, without moving your feet, suddenly give your body the combination shoulder whirl and hip hunch and let your angled right fist explode the punch against your chin high target. Make certain that each time that your elbow is pressing against your lower ribs at the start of the whirl and that your fist, when it lands, is only a short distance from your right shoulder. Shovel hooks are full-fledged inside lead hooks, one of the shortest yet one of the most explosive blows. Once you have mastered it, your hands will flash instinctively to the shovel post as your body starts its hunching whirl. Your body will pick them up. You can make the range with the number of attack combinations in which the shovels are used for follow shots. The simplest combinations will be a long right jolt to the head and from the right stance, which failed to knock your opponent backward, followed immediately by a left shovel to the head or body. Or you can follow a similar straight right to the head with a right shovel to the head or body. Likewise, a long straight left to the head, which failed to accomplish its explosive object, will put you in position with right shovels to either target. Also, if a fast opponent steps into you, his speed may be such that you can't catch him with a stepping counterpunch. But that very speed may make him a perfect clay pigeon for your short-range artillery. In addition, you'll be in a short range for counter shovels many times when you ward off attacks by means of blocks, parries, slips, and the like. The shovel ranks next to your long straight punches according to Dempsey. They enable you to knock out or at least soften up an opponent who is trying to clinch with you. Don't forget to use elbow stomps, knees. They help you to keep inside the attack of bobbing weavers, most of whom hook from the outside, and help you straighten them up. Since the shovels are all short, tight blows, you are less likely to get hit while using them than while throwing the more open outside hook.
So a quick question about shovels. What is he meaning? Like,
To use your elbows and you need to stop your opponent.
right, bobbing and weaving, but I mean like shovel, like is that, I'm just trying to think like a visual, like what does that look like shovel your opponent, like are we throwing like low hits or high hits?
I think he's talking about like really close in where you're like clinching position and you're like shoveling hook like this.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
that, yeah. Because just think about a shovel motion, right? So like those types of, when they're like crouched up and then you're just like shovel hooking them.
Okay. That makes sense. Alright, I can see it now.
Corkscrew hook. Strictly speaking, a corkscrew hook is delivered almost like a straight punch, with the difference that just before contact the wrist is turned sharply. It is a curved, tearing knuckle jab for medium range. The essence of any hook is that the striker raises the elbow at the last possible moment when swinging. This will bring his knuckles around so that they will make contact when his punch lands. Execution right stance. From your on-guard position, start your shoulder whirl as if you were going to shoot a medium-range right jab. No preparatory movement. Instead of jabbing, however, snap your right forearm and fist down and your right elbow up. Your right fist snaps down with a screwing motion that causes your striking knuckles to land properly on the target. When your fist explodes against the target, your forearm is almost parallel to the floor. When you step in with the right corkscrew, you move in with a pivot step, stepping forward and slightly to your own right, pointing the toe sharply in. Your body pivots on the ball of your right foot as your right arm and fist snap down to the target. At the instant of the fist landing, your rear foot generally is in the air, but it settles immediately behind you. If you have a potent right corkscrew that flashes in without warning, your opponent will be very cautious about menacing you with his rear left fist. You can use the corkscrew hook to beat an adversary's rear cross. Moreover, if he permits his guarding left hand to creep too far forward as he blocks or parries with your right jab, your corkscrew hook can snap down behind that guarding left and nail his jaw.
So, I don't mean to cut you off. So he's saying like if somebody's trying to rear punch you with like their left fist, both, right forward, like a right guard, you can intercept that with a corkscrew hook?
Yes.
Okay.
The right corkscrew is often delivered while you are circling your opponent's left. Practice on the light speed back to obtain proper form and zip. Palm hook. The palm hook is simply a fast open hand hook that hits with the palm of the hand. In the normal punching position, the right outside palm hook is very useful as a lead that shoots in behind the opponent's guarding rear hand, and it is useful as a counter that, with guarding or slipping, beats a straight lead to the punch. That's our bread and butter because of safe sparring.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about that.
Because it's not too damaging, but it works all the time.
Just thinking about that.
Oh, go ahead. What is a corkscrew? I feel bad, like visually. I'm trying to visualize. What is a corkscrew hook?
This one. So instead of jabbing, you're going like this.
Okay.
So then when you bring your elbow up, it's guarding against his cross, and you hit him in the jaw.
Oh.
See?
Okay. Thanks for cleaning that up. Because I'm thinking like corkscrew, I'm not like it's a twist, but how would you do that in a hook? That makes...
It's kind of make a lot of sense because then you do the hook like that and you throw his punch. You actually, your offense becomes defense.
Right.
Your elbow.
Yeah. Uppercut. Lead and rear hand uppercuts are used freely in close quarter work. There are many opportunities for the punch once you get the inside position. Uppercuts can be used for head down charges and wild swinging blows. This presupposes that you do not go in with your head down or body bent forward until you have thoroughly sized up your opponent's style, or you will run into an uppercut. The short uppercut is an effective one. Keep your legs bent before striking. Straighten them suddenly as you send the punch in. Get up on your toes and lean back a little as the blow lands, dropping more weight on the left leg when using the right and more on the right leg when using the left. Against a right stancer, when uppercutting with the lead right hand, lay your left hand for a moment on your opponent's right shoulder to make sure you don't run into a heavy return. Rear hand uppercut, right stance. Draw a right lead. Then step in with a quick head twist to the right. As he's still leaning forward in his lead, deliver a short, sharp left uppercut to his chin, raising and obstructing his right with your punching arm. The left rear uppercut is delivered by lowering the left on the way across and scooping up into the jaw or groin. The lead hand is drawn back for protection as well as strategic offensive position. Uppercut becomes almost useless against a fast boxer who stands upright all the time and simply jabs a long lead in your face. You must then plan to get to close quarters and apply this punch to his groin, etc. By these methods, you may then tire him so much that he will drop his head. The blow may be practiced upon a hanging bag of Indian corn. Upward hook. You screw the blow up and in so that you can send it to the chin of a man who covers his face by holding his arm across it. Use a violent turn of the hip. Note descriptions of the corkscrew punch. Horizontal hook. Look, forward hook. Both go over or around the man's guard. Is almost a bent arm jab. Drive through with the body. Combination punching. A good Western boxer hits from every angle. Each punch sets him in position to deliver another punch. He is always on center, never off balance. The more effective combinations a fighter has, the more different types of opponents he will be able to defeat. Some observations are applicable to all types of hitting. Hit as straight as possible. Step in when you punch and make your reach good. Don't telegraph any punch. If you have to set your fist in a certain way for a particular punch, do it in a manner that won't warn your opponent. Fight from a center and always be in position and balance to shoot any punch. Don't overshoot your target. After hitting, instantly get back on guard. End the series of punches with your lead hand.
End it on your lead hand. Does
Yeah.
it emphasize why?
So then you're back in the arm guard position and you're protected. definitely focus a lot on ending with the lead, but I also like to teach the other method too, where you just like a 1-2, just knock them out the second hit. You don't need to end in the lead when they're on the ground, pretty much. For long range fighting, jab with your lead and cross with your rear. For short range fighting, use hooks, rear hand body blows, and uppercuts. Sway a little as you hit. A hard punch must be delivered from a solid base. Light punches are delivered by a boxer on his toes. Learn to hold your fire until you can hit your opponent. Back him into the ropes or corner him before you attack. Don't waste your energy missing. If he does the leading, avoid his punches and hit back with solid counter punches before he can get away. Keep loose and relaxed except when actually fighting. Develop speed, timing, and judgment of distance by many hard workouts with all types of sparring partners. With this, practice your authority. Hit confidently and hard. Grappling, throwing, hooking throw, reverse hooking throw, single leg tackle and trip, double leg tackle, right foot sweep with or without arm drag to the right or left stance, left foot sweep with or without arm drag to the right or left stance, kick back.
Double leg takedown, what do you mean by that? How you gonna take somebody on 2 legs?
You grab them with both legs and you just
Oh,
jerk.
you grab them their leg. I thought you using your leg too, like to take them down.
So fun.
Just thought about doing that.
Anything you prefer to work on, Ben? You haven't been here in a while.
For this fitness, the meditation, we can do the wind shot,
Wooden thumb?
yeah.
Alright, let's work on that. Don't say winching up in here.
I was like, trying to get my thoughts together.
From the school.
What happened to Bang?
He brought that word from over here.